For the past 19 weeks, I've been at this place called IBOLC. It stands for the Infantry Basic Officer Leadership Course. It's a place where you're supposed to do some cool things and learn how to be an infantry officer. But in this video, I'm going to show you guys what it was like to report to Fort Benning and what that process was like. Usually you know in advance when you're going to show up to IBOLC, but for me, I found out like a few days before because they moved my orders up and didn't tell me. I got an email and it said, "This is your new report date." And I was like, bro, that's in like 4 days. So I packed up my stuff and got ready to go. When you leave, they recommend you print out 30 copies of your orders, but I only print out 10 and that was good for me. There's printers here, so it's not a big issue. In terms of packing, there is a packing list. However, when you get there, you're gonna go to CIF and they're gonna give you everything that you need. So just like a normal plane ride, they give you a ticket in your email. And you take that ticket, you go to the airport. And at the airport, it's just like you're flying as a normal person. If you're on active duty orders, they'll give you up to 5 bags, up to 100 pounds each. So bringing your rucksack and your extra duffel bags onto the plane isn't an issue. For me, I had to take 2 flights, 1 flight into Atlanta, and then from Atlanta, they flew me to Columbus. When I landed in Columbus, my friend Pete, who's already at IBOLC, picked me up. At the time I'm recording this, he's actually at Ranger School. And then they helped me move in. Once you go in, you go into the front desk and you just gotta tell them your name and number. And the training NCO at your unit should have already processed your paperwork. If you're in the National Guard, you're gonna live in Abrams Hall. If you're active duty, you have housing either on post or off post. But if you are at National Guard, you're here at Abrams Hall, which is the hotel they have on post. It's pretty nice. So as I get checked in, let me give you a tour of this place. At the time of me recording this tour, it was a day before my graduation. So this is the printer room. So you can use the computers and print out papers, ink and papers included with your stay. So it doesn't cost you anything. A lot of your active duty friends will ask you to print stuff for you, or for them. So that is actually right next to the lobby. So to the left of me right here is the elevator. And then to the right is the main lobby. It's December 17th. So they have Christmas decorations because it's almost Christmas time. The front desk is to my right, and they're really kind. To the left, that's where you get your cart when you move in. And then every morning, you'll be eating breakfast here. Breakfast is also included. It was really good for me personally for the first week. After that, I kind of got sick of it. It's scrambled eggs, sausage, but their cinnamon donuts are really good. But inside these little wooden things, that is where your breakfast is served. I don't really have a video of it at this time, but they have coffee, tea. If you need anything else, you just ask the front desk. So usually it's really crowded in the morning at this time. You also see a lot of different ranks. So you'll see colonels for different courses. You'll see NCOs, privates, going to airborne school. Airborne school is also right across the street. But if you go straight ahead, and there you can get like midnight snacks. So in here they have like Hot Pockets, they have microwavable food, Gatorade, cookies, and other things you might need at a convenience store. Personally, I'd recommend just going to the PX across the street, or there's also a gas station about 1.5 miles away. Oh, fun fact. So the water bottles are like $1 or $2 in that little concession stand. But if you go to the front desk and ask for a free water bottle, they'll give you a free water bottle. I did that for a week straight, and then they told me I couldn't do it anymore and that I need to buy one. But they have paintings on the wall. The decorations are pretty nice. IBOLC is also only 2 minutes away. So for us, waking up for PT, we could leave here around like 5:45, 5:50. Your other friends who live off post have to drive really far. As for parking, there is a parking lot outside where you can park your car. There's plenty of parking, but the closer you want to be, there's less parking. So it's kind of hard to find a closed parking spot. So to my left, what I'm about to show you is a 15-minute parking spot. I've parked there like the entire time at IBOLC, and I never got towed. I left my car here overnight. The car says 15 minutes only. I mean, the sign says 15 minutes only, or your car gets towed. But I feel like it's a lie. But what I'm pointing at is where the PX is. And the only reason why I'm not using the audio in the video is because it's so windy and you can't hear me talk that well. But yeah, see, this is where I park. There's grills located all around the hotel. There's propane inside them. If you need more propane, you ask the front desk. But if you bring meat, you can have a barbecue in the front. It's probably the best thing about Abrams Hall. Let me take you guys inside. So I actually forgot my room key. I always forget my room key. So let me show you the secret hatch of where I put my key. Alright, so imagine you just got up the elevator. This is right in front of the elevator. So I always forget my keys. My girlfriend came up with this genius idea. Why don't I just leave a key underneath the table? So I always put a spare key underneath this table so that I don't have to go to the front desk every time I forget my keys. This is the hallway. Abrams Hall has a unique smell. Anyone who stayed here before knows exactly what I'm talking about. My room is also very messy right now. This right here is the room. So you got a little kitchenette, a bathroom, a sink, and then your bed. I don't recommend cooking much here. See, you got a desk too. I should have spent more time recording this, but I didn't realize I was going to make a YouTube video about Abrams Hall. Okay, so from my room, down the hallway is to this elevator. So my room is pretty close to the elevator. So every morning I go here, and I go to the first floor so I can head over to PT. This is the elevator, and this has been here for years. And they haven't changed it. I'm going to show you guys the first floor, the main floor. So that way is the main lobby. But this right here is the gym. So coming into Abrams Hall, you walk this way, there's the gym. Alright, so this is the gym, but let's talk about the first week here. The next morning, you wake up around 5 or so. You gotta get there around 5:30 for PT. I picked up my friend in this Prius. I came down here like a month earlier and I bought a Prius because I didn't want to bring down the Tesla. So after PT, get back, get dressed, your OCPs, eat breakfast, and then for this week, you sit down and do admin work for the whole week. So this is called building 4. That's where you line up, form up, and then you go inside and you do your in-processing paperwork. And then you also just sit here and just do paperwork. It sucks, but it's just National Guard people for the first week. And the week after, you're split up, and then you meet the active duty guy. I got out early, and then my girlfriend surprised me. So we went to go eat lunch, and then later we ate dinner. The food in Columbus is pretty good. This is Mitzi Ramen, one of my favorite places. The next day, we did medical stuff all week. It reminded me why, if medical stuff is free, it's not that good. But the Prius that I bought broke down, and I was like, dude, this sucks. So what I did was I shipped down my Tesla, and I reminded myself that I am the richest second lieutenant there is. And then I drove off with my Tesla. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed that video, follow along, because I'm going to be posting way more. Talk to you guys in the next video.